pretty heavy cast shadow. What if we do that? Lighter. Right. How's it going? Now we are live. Hey, Eternal Lady, Captain Paus, Bruno Romanos, and Tormod. How's it going? So, the word of the day is... Is it a bit... No... Maybe it is a bit blurry. 1 second. Hopefully this will be better. No. It's the same. Maybe it's low light. Maybe that's why. Let's see. No, that doesn't help. Hey, Jenny, thank you very much for the subscription. Crazy. Awesome, man. Thank you very much. Yeah, I opened the window a little bit more. Let's see if we can't switch that up a bit too. Right, so the word of the day is roasted. It's really struggling with focus. Weird. All right. It's 10 past. Hey, Schmaze, you're back. Welcome. All right, let's try roasted. Okay. All right. I got a picture in my head. Hey, Ricky, how's it going? Good morning. Okay. Let's see how this turns out. I'm gonna try to do it a little bit faster. We'll see what happens. I'm not gonna care so much. I don't know why it's shifting. Let's do it like this. Give the camera even more power. But it's going to be a heavier shadow. Maybe if I... Maybe like that. Nope. Why is there a massive... That's Lego. Sorry. Why is it acting like this? It was so good yesterday. Hopefully it will be better today. Weird camera. Sorry, people. I don't know why it's acting up today. I have literally done nothing different. Yet it wants to not play ball. My apologies. I don't know why it's fucking zooming in and out. Come on. I don't know why. It's really annoying me why it decides to zoom constantly. Or shift focus. Could be. True. True. Is that better? I can't see because of the chat. Maybe now it will behave. Let me know. Let's solve this together. But like on the camera, it looks completely different than on the stream. Turn off the out of focus. No. Not as far as I know. Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, it did it a little bit yesterday, right? But it wasn't like a crazy amount of shifting focus, right? It could be the light, right? Because it's a lot of white paper. That's why I have my hand here as well, so that the camera can settle on contrast, right? But I think because of the camera auto focuses on contrast. I mean, I could probably change it in the settings, but that would mean ending the stream, because as soon as I click anything outside of Twitch, the Twitch window, like on my phone, if I, minimize it, it kills the stream. Ricky, yeah, exactly. That's my take on the topic. The guy has been roasted by like Dragonfire or something, and he's cooked. That was my take on the subject. I tried to capture the pose that I had in mind. It got pretty close, but oh, come on, pencil. Is today one of those days that nothing want to behave? Pencil is kind of like running out. Focus is shifting constantly. Cremated. Let's see if I can maybe. One second. Sorry. And now dust is gonna fall. Now I shifted the light source. Maybe that'll help. It's weird. On the camera on Twitch, on my phone, it looks pretty decent. In the stream, kind of looks decent. So did this shift help when I shifted the camera? A bit. Maybe it's just one of those days that nothing want to play ball. Doesn't matter what you do, it's going to be the next thing after the other. But it seems like it's calmed down a bit, right, with the out of focusing. But I can see that the camera shakes a lot. One second. It won't matter. Hey, Eric Mui, how's it going? It did the thing about 2-3 times since the change. Oh, man. I mean, it's not my webcam, right? It's my phone, and it usually isn't. I mean, usually it works pretty good. I don't know what's up with the camera today. And tomorrow's stream, I will put some padding underneath the sketchbooks so that it'll dampen some of the hand movements on the table, I think. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. Yeah, I kind of like the idea. The picture, the pose that I had in mind was a little bit more dramatic. But because I just kind of threw myself in there, it's pretty okay. Coffee. Like if I would paint this, I would imagine there would be like cracks in the skin. We would see a completely burned, like glowing core inside the body. So the outer part has been completely cremated and crusted over, and then we can see like the meat on the inside being on fire. So much monsters. Cheers, man. Welcome. Argantus. No, it's not. It's a dollar Rowney sketchbook, and paper is quite rough. It's great for not so great for rendering with a pencil. Great for ink, and it can take quite a bit of punishment. So the rest of my travel to Malta, right? So, like the second day at Malta at the TSU, they had for those who didn't sign up for interviews, or who were finished with the interviews and recruitments and so on. There was two teams, the Luchadores and Super Science. You got like a little bit of a sticker on. Hey, Super Grubli, what's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, so when you signed up or got your ticket, you got a sticker on your ticket, and you belong to that gang, right? It's like a little bit of a team building thing. And the second day, you could go and sign up, or you could go to the shop, and at the shop there was teams of 10. You grouped up with teams of 10. They gave you an iPad, and they said, start the app, more or less. You're going to go on an adventure. So you started the app, and then you had to answer some questions like, what's the name of the fort, or whatever, like standard pub quiz type deal. And then they started sending you out into the city and going to famous like landmarks in the city, and you found statues, and you had to photograph and like photograph yourself doing a certain pose, or do this and do that. And so you ventured out into the city and started sightseeing. You went to famous churches and so on. And yeah, it was really cool to go through the whole city and looking at, like really nice streets. They had really plotted a course through Valletta, so that when you did go out with the team, you would experience, beautiful sights, and they were absolutely beautiful. And the second day was just as hot as the first day. So that was, for me, I loved it. I don't mind the heat at all. It's quite lovely. And some people, though, they were melting, they were dying. Captain Bose, the thing is with me, I won the golden ticket, so I didn't pay anything. They gave me free dinner, free lunch, free drinks at the bistro. But at the bar at the Oasis where everyone was hanging out, I had to pay, So I'm the wrong person to ask what it cost, because it literally cost me nothing. Whatever pocket money I used to buy souvenirs. Yeah, I got food, a travel, hotel, drinks, THU ticket for free, which was, really, really cool. So the experience was quite nice. Yeah, but then after the second day, they had like on Wednesday morning, I think they had open ceremony. No, at the end of Tuesday, the second day, they had an opening ceremony, which was really cool. They showed a movie about, the speakers, really well produced. They introduced the team leaders. Yeah, so which was a luchadore and a Super Saiyan. The Super Saiyan dude was like a full-on Power Rangers bodysuit, and then he kind of adopted 5 more, and they all kind of started doing some sort of crazy-ass moves. And if you are interested in seeing them, they are all over the THU posts of photographs. Everyone photographed them, and they did all sorts of weird things. And I shared some of photos of those as well on my Instagram and Facebook. So much monsters. How swamped I am? No, man. It's we got always room. If you got anything cool coming up, in terms of collaboration or just hit me up at so much monsters at bjornhurri.com. There's contact info in the about. So just if you want to send me an email or whatever, I'd be pumped. At least let me know what you have in mind. Hey there, Bard. How's it going? Welcome. Welcome back. And everyone at the workshop were laughing, more or less laughing at me and my voice. Or, I don't know, being impressed and making fun of me. I have no idea. But, yeah. That's cool, so much monsters. Do that. There, Bard, yeah. All of October is going to be performed on camera. Except weekends, obviously. Weekends I won't live stream the Inktober. I will just do them over the weekend. But yeah, and I got to meet Rafael Grassetti, a long lost friend, over internet. I finally got to meet him in person. I got to meet Goro Fujita, which I've known for 10 years over internet, and it was the first time we met face to face, which was really, really nice. Him and his fantastic wife. But so much monsters, just if you poke me whenever. Yeah, but I would say THU is definitely one of the best workshops around, if not the best. And the reason why I'm saying that is not like they have a lot of it's a week, which is a little bit of a downside. But when you look at it, like theoretically, you need that kind of time to make sure that everyone has a good time and fun. But it's a big commitment to stay away for a full week. What they did was they focused on a lot of like community aspects. Like have fun together, do karaoke, VR battles, Photoshop battles. Dancing, food, oasis that everyone hangs out in. It became this clear effort in community, in the sense of community of the workshop, which is great. Some other workshops, they have that as well, but that's more organic. It kind of grows. It grows on itself, right? But there at the THU, they made sure that everyone, had stuff to do, talk to each other and so on, which was great. Concept Sam, well, they are different. Industry workshops and THU are two completely different workshops. I'd say generally industry workshops is really more or less only focused on the lectures, right? And recruiting to some degree. There was recruiting booths, there's lectures, but there's really nothing else. Everyone else, any kind of bonding occurs on people's own accord, right? I'd say Industry Workshop is a close second place for THU. THU they just throw more money into production and everything surrounding it, right? But one thing that's great with Industry Workshops is free breakfast and free drinks, which is, I think, is a really nice perk to have when you're at the workshop, right? And because usually the tickets are expensive as they are, and THU is a little bit more pricier than Industry Workshop. So in a way, you get more for less with Industry Workshops, but the experience isn't as complete. Eric Moo, yeah, they tell them like don't leave anyone alone. Like, so if you see someone sitting alone, like the culture is to just kind of bring them into it. Bistonian, yeah, I think that's also pretty good in the Industry Workshops. Is there's no separation, right? Everyone just kind of hangs out, which is a great. There's not this kind of idolizing culture. I'd say at THU, they do put the speakers onto pedestals, kind of, but also the speakers kind of just hang around, which is I think is really important. But they do treat the nights, as they're called, as something more. Like it's something to look up to and respect more than others in that sense, which I think is great for the ego for those people, but I'm not sure of the whole idolizing aspect. Hey, Razor Soul Art, thank you. Hallå. Svenska artister, eller konstnärer snarare, ska hållas ihop. Bistonian, yeah, I did. I went to two or three. I think Amsterdam and Prague. And then one in London a couple of years ago. But the one in London was far from as it should be. The Bistonian, the old ones were like, I think the Amsterdam one in 2004 was 3 instructors and around, if I remember correctly, like 60 or 90 people. So it was really low size, but it was back then. It was extremely heavy on art sharing and knowledge sharing, because there wasn't like some big old show. It was just a bunch of dudes sitting with projectors and showcasing their skills and talking about it. Hey, listen. The Prague one obviously became a step up in scale, but they were always quite art heavy. The conceptart.org ones back in the days. They brought. I remember in Prague they brought some cool names, some crazy people, showcasing crazy skills, and Marko Djordjevic and all those people, and it was really interesting, and it set the tone, I think, for what workshops can be. And they were less talky, like there wasn't someone in with slides back then. It was someone kind of showcasing their skills and talking about techniques and showcasing new techniques they were experimenting with and explaining their process and so on, rather than here's slide B where there's a slight difference, but I don't know which is better. I think there was some really cool talks last couple of years. There's been some really cool lectures or talks, which, wouldn't have happened back in the days because they didn't use it. But I would recommend industry workshops or THU. THU is the pricier workshop, but you get a lot of production value. And you get Malta now for the next couple of years, which is a beautiful city. Industry workshops tend to be in London, which obviously costs less to travel to, less travel time. Don't know what the industry workshop guys have planned next year, but every year they go bigger. So obviously industry workshop crew is doing a fantastic job there as well. So I think both are very close leaders. Bistonian. Yeah, well, you learn a lot in THU, but THU for me, I mean, they had separation. They had workshop and they had talks. The workshops where you were in a room with an instructor like Finian McManus showcasing VR and teaching you how to do it. And he was showcasing how to do it. So everyone was kind of going together, but you had to sign up for it. I think that was really, really cool and really, really helpful that you could go to workshops with like Jana Schermer, workshops with, I don't remember his name, but he was like a great sculptor and you got some of his clay and you could build your own little statue and he would go like, yeah, that's great, that's not so good. And that doesn't happen in industry workshops. They don't have those kind of workshops where there is a seasoned professional holding your hand in creating something together. TSU will be at Malta now for a few years. They changed their home from Portugal to Malta. I think THU costs more, but you get a lot more show, a lot more attention to details, a lot more experience. Industry workshops is slightly lower price. You get slightly less of an experience, like a full journey, but you get a lot of information at industry workshops. That would be my separation. Yeah, Quentin, that's true. This year there was VR with Finian McManus. Absolutely, you're right. You're right. Hey, Koala Zinc, how's it going? All right, that's it. That is today's drawing. It is on the word roasted. This guy is roasted, for sure. Dear Bard, yes. Oh, I mean, a Flow Wizard, yes, they do. A lot of people do. If you got the skills, you'll be picked up. Because the studios send teams to the workshops to find people. Literally. Go hire the best people. And if you got skills, you get hired. Well, thank you everyone for coming. It was a fun sketch. Technical problems and all, but you don't need a degree. You need skills. But Atoxia. Hey, you're new. Nice for de-lurking. Alright. See you guys tomorrow at the same time. Have a fantastic day. Good night. Toodles.